Two prize penalty. He's gonna wait for that fist. Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel, Danny Matrix, and I'm going to be doing some commentary for a game. I don't actually know which game. I think it's top 4 from the Milwaukee Regional Championships. This has just happened on the weekend. Just been kind of catching up. I didn't get to watch it all live. A lot of it comes up at a time when I'm basically in bed, so that doesn't help. Or, you know, I kind of spend some of my Sunday watching the Saturday, and then Saturday obviously rolls into Monday, and then I'm working Monday, but currently seeing Chip Ritchie and Azul on stream. It's a little bit sad to not see Azul be able to do his own alternative watch party, if you like, but you know, happy for him. I can't say, what has he got there? Is that a mega? Is that Mega Gengar? Mega Gengar pin? Yeah. So I've just finished watching the Tord versus the other guy. Apologies, can't remember your name. Dragapult. Paltnor versus the Absol deck, and I was like, you know, I want to do a game. I noticed that the game afterwards was Guardy versus Guardy. I don't know that I want to do Guardy Jelly versus Guardy Jelly, so we're going to skip straight forward to Hale. I'm not going to try the surname, sorry, Hale, versus Aban Ahmed. Aban Ahmed is what you can see here, coming off of Regional Champion Monterrey, 2026 Pittsburgh Regional Finalist, top 8 in Atlanta. So he currently has a win in a regional, and then a second place at the next regional, and I do believe he comes second at this regional as well. I did give myself a spoiler, so I suppose that means he does win this game. Spoilers, right? But, we're going to do some commentary for this game, see how it goes. He's going to be playing against Hale's Mega Absol Kangaskhan deck, which is the hot new deck, really, should we say, from this tournament. I believe it was supposed. So what I've seen online, it's been popularized by Tord Reklev, but I have seen some people say that this has come up in Japan already. So going to be looking to fire up quickly with the Precious Trolley, fill the board. You've got Monkey Dories, TM Turbo Energize, really powerful tool card. I think it's interesting to see TM Turbo Energize have its time as well. Of all the TM tool cards, is powerful, but hasn't necessarily been that powerful, if you like. Hasn't seen a lot of play. You know, you see around your Crisis Punch. Is Fluorite? Fluorite, the Terra one? Yeah, kind of not very good. So this one is a good tool card. Happy to see it actually get some play here. And yeah, I'm interested to see how it plays into the Guardy Jelly. I feel like it should be pretty good. There's not a lot of tool cards in the deck. Excuse me, not a lot of item cards in the deck. So going to be prizing that Cornerstone. Not going to be too sad about that. Double Lilies. There is a Gardevoir EX in the prize cards. I'm not sure if Aban is playing the 2-1-2 line or the 3. Or just say, excuse me, the 2-1-2 line. I have seen that on Guardy Jelly. Maybe this is a 3-2-2 line, not sure. We'll have to find out. Prizing a Bravery Charm. So another interesting thing about this deck, these Mega Basics with the Lively Stadiums as well, is able to really make these Pokemon super duper tanky. So Absol, Mega Absol comes in at 280 HP base, 3 prize basic, but with the Bravery Charm, do some quick maths on that, does come in at the 330. There's the Fist Pump plus the Lively Stadium, 350, so pretty big Pokemon. 350. Is that Draw Pass? Okay, we're going to Draw Pass. So it looks like Hale's playing the Badoo. I don't know if we saw the Badoo in other versions of this deck. Is a nice addition. Badoo is a menace, of course, especially with that Bravery Charm. Does allow it to do a little bit more, and Aban's going to be leading the way with the Ultra Ball. I should expect to see some Psychic Energy hit the discard pile here. No Psychic Energy hitting the discard pile. Just going to get rid of that Clefairy straight off the bat. And a rare candy. Fair play to Aban as well. Is rocking the suitably coloured sleeves for his Psychic deck. And he's going to find out that he is missing a Gardevoir. I can't remember exactly what the other prizes were. I could go back and look, but anybody got time for that? I'm trying to think what is the appropriate setup for a Barn for this matchup. Of course, Absol does play up to the weaknesses of these Psychic Pokemon. They are all weak to Dark, of course. So he's going to be able to do 400 damage and look at his opponent's hand and discard any card he finds there, which is not good. That's not good if you're a guarded player. You don't want to be having your resources discarded and getting blown up at the same time. Interestingly, actually, discarding that Clefairy plus Bravery Charm does actually not get knocked out by the Absol, because obviously Clefairy is a fairy. Fairies are weak metal. And it looks like the Ultra Ball is getting that Ralts, the new Ralts from Mega Evolution. Does have the far more powerful Collect. What's the hand here? Oh, here. Yeah. So we know that the A-Spec is not prized for Hail, is most likely going to be going for that Precious Trolley, filling the bench. Going to get some Mega Absols, Mega Kangaskhan's potentially into play as well. Is he going to go for the Mega Kangaskhan, actually? If he does go for the Mega Kangaskhan, he's not going to be able to lock out with the Itchy Pollen. Be interesting to see what the line is here. Do you value draw? You probably don't. But then if you do that, if you do draw the cards off the Kangaskhan, then you can also TM Turbo Energize to the Absol, which you cannot do if you Badoo. Badoo be Badooing, but Badoo don't be energizing. So do respect the style of prize checking there from Hale. Just shimmer through. Just go through the deck. Don't worry about rearranging too much. Do you know what? I would be interested to see something that you may not know is in Japan, and that general TPC region, I believe, you're not actually allowed to rearrange your deck while searching through it. So I would be interested to see if that rule ever got implemented in TPCI regions, and it's going to be counter gain as well. Yeah, how that would affect the prize checking infamous this takes forever to prize check sort of situation that we have in the Pokemon TCG. Going to be interested to see what we get here. Most likely the Latias EX, I should expect. We've got the Mega Absol EX for sure as well. Probably a Kangaskhan. Trouble is, everything is going to be Screamtail fodder. Do we try and match Munkidori's here? Now, I can't imagine Hale's playing more than 3. Ooh, maybe only 2 Munkidori. So, do we actually just try and go aggro Munkidori here to try and neutralize a Barnes Munkidoris in some respect? Now, it does neutralize it, but okay, we're getting 1 Munkidori. I don't know that 1 Munkidori is going to be enough, to be honest, but we'll see how this plays out. He's playing the Petron EX as well. Petron does let you do some wild stuff. I mean, you can switch into your Mega Absol and then free retreat off the Latias, which is quite cool. It's going to be good to see that against a potential Mind Bend angle. It is attaching to the Mega Absol. I should assume... Whoa, what the heck? What is that doing? Enamorous? Does a Barn play Enamorous? That is a disgusting looking Pokemon I cannot abide by. Don't know about that. I don't know about that, man. Anyway, the Ralts does evolve into the Kirlia. Kirlia is looking like it's getting a Psychic Energy on it. Kirlia does have a very good... Well, it has 2 pretty good attacks, actually. So for a single energy, it can search your deck for 3 Pokemon and put them into your hand. Very similar to... Oh, here we go. 3 Pokemon, reveal them, put them into your hand. Similar to the Alolan Vulpix, which does it for free, actually, which is a bit of a staple in some Water GLC decks. I think that is probably a sign that a Barnes hand is pretty stinky, having to do that. Risking your only Ralts in play, looking to get more Pokemon. What can we expect to see here? Maybe another a backup Ralts. Do we just say you're not knocking me out? Yeah, we are. We're going to say you're not knocking me out. I'm going to get Gardevoir. Are we? There's the Enamorous. Oh man, maybe that mirror would have been interesting actually, because how does the Enamorous... Gonna get the Screamtail as well. Screamtail, pretty dangerous. I can see a Barn sort of potentially ignoring these Mega Pokemon, especially early in the game. They have a lot of HP, they're kind of hard to deal with. I suppose actually, realistically, Aban is actually not going to be at risk with this Keelia this turn. I don't think there's going to be any kind of potential knockout from Hale's side. There's just not enough energy in play. His main attackers really take 3 energy. The Mega Absol's first attack terminal period does require the opponent to have 6 damage counters on it, which is kind of annoying. Here comes the Iono. That's pretty good. So Ionoing the 3 Pokemon that Aban had just searched back into the deck. Gonna be a nice little punish there, nice counter. However, Aban, I believe, had a pretty bad hand. So he's going to see 6 fresh cards. Not a lot to work with here. Got the Bravery Charm coming into play. Aban does... Oh, he does have Secret Box, but the Badoo is going to prevent the Secret Box and that Nest Ball from doing anything this turn, which is definitely not ideal. So Aban has gone from a potentially unplayable hand to another unplayable hand, but potentially could knock out the Badoo. I think that's kind of super bad, to be honest. Knocking out the Badoo, though, does mean you go down to 5 prizes. Knock out a Mega, that's another 3 prizes. Put you on to 2 prizes, and then you just got the Pecharunt or the Latias EX for game. So could these 3 prize Mega Pokemon does change the prize mapping potentially for Aban, but I think he's probably going to be going for Call Sign again, depending on what comes from this Lily's determination for a fresh 8. I think... I was going to say arguably, but I don't even think arguably. I'm going to just say Lily's is the most powerful card to come out of Mega Evolutions. If you have 6 prize cards remaining, then you shuffle your hand into your deck, draw 8. If you have less than 6 remaining, then you shuffle your hand, draw 6. So those of you that remember Cynthia, which you just shuffled, draw 6, was a very good card. Lily's is just better in every way. It is at least as good, if not better. Going to get a second Munkidori down here for Aban. Oh, that Keelia's got 1 retreat. Jesus. Give it 2 retreat at least. And what looks like we're not going to Call Sign again. The Mega Absol is probably going to be swinging this turn. Going to attach just in case. They do not swing. And we have no means to swing at the moment. There's just a missed energy in hand. So currently lacking energy here for Hale on his board. But very slow start from Aban. So Hale does have time here to bring things back. We can't forget that Pecharunt EX on the bench is going to be able to do pretty big knockouts. Can knock out the Gardevoir as of 3 prize cards taken with the Irritated Outburst, which is super good. Lilies for lilies. For lilies for lilies. Let's go and do some Lillian back and forth. Going to see a fresh 8 here for Hale. And it's definitely better. And it does look like we're going to start to try and control our opponent here with the Mega Absol Claw of... Ooh, are we? Now, obviously, we know... no, it looks like it's just going to be an Itchy Pollen. I was going to say, we know that Aban is sitting on the Secret Box. That would have been a pretty good pick for Hale to punch away. I think it would have been a pretty good pick. I can't think of anything else that was in his hand that I would rather get rid of. And I can't really see his hand either. But just going to be content. Is that Turbo Energize as well? Man, what is with all these players suddenly playing Turbo? TM Turbo Energize is pretty good. But yeah, okay. There it is, the Enamorous. Love Renaissance for 80 plus. Looks like we're going to be TM Turbo energizing to the Enamorous. If any of your Pokemon in play are the same type as any of your opponent's Pokemon, this type does... Oh, that's actually really good. Why does why has that never been played before? 2 hundo. As soon as your opponent's playing Munkidori, this thing does 2 hundo. And it's fairy type, so it's not weak to dark. So that's pretty cool. Not much use in this matchup. Yeah, let me read that. What the heck is that? This must be the first Limitless page for Enamorous. That's a spicy little tech. 200 damage is very good. And it looks like we're finally going to see some aggression here from Hale. Going to be free retreating from that Latias into the Mega Kangaskhan to draw 2 before, I should think, moving the Petron into the... not you moving the Petron. Using the Petron to move the Mega Absol into the active. Attacking with the Claw of Darkness. Attach return goes to the Mega Kangaskhan just in case you want to swing with it. It is a swinger. It does swing. And there it is. So Mega Absol is unfortunately going to be poisoned. Can we decide who gets to poison, please? Yeah, Mega Absol is going to be poisoning itself here with the Petron. And then it's going to knock out the Kirlia. And I think I'm probably going to take that purple card. We're thinking about it. What is that Pokemon on the bottom? Is that a... What is that? Is that a Chiyu? I can't see what that is. It looks like a water Pokemon. I mean, is it Iron Bundle? Yeah, we are going to get rid of that Ace Spec. Only one available in the deck and is now in the bin. Also getting rid of our only Kirlia in play. Pretty good turn here for Hale. We do know, that, however, that Barn is sitting on that Ino. And it's finally going to be able to play his item cards for the first time in the game. Going to have to get another routes going. Now, I'm pretty sure Barn is playing the Jelly. Is currently choosing not to... that is an Iron Bundle, I think. Is currently choosing not to initiate the Jelly. Do we see it in the... I'm sure he plays a Jelly. I'm sure he plays Jelly. Or does he not play Jelly? Maybe this is a no Jelly. A no Jelly Guardy. This could well be the Jellyless. No Jelly Belly. I was just thinking, could this be a Mind Bend? It's definitely not a Mind Bend angle. The Mega Absol does have that mist energy on it. You can just see it there near the back. Mist energy is going to protect it from the confusion of the Munkidori. So, are we swinging with the love thing? Already and Ino. Artisans. This is a pretty good time to play the Artisan. Now we don't actually know how many Penny Hale is playing. Some of these builds we're seeing 4 Penny, which is pretty good. Just pick up any basic Pokemon and all cards attached on your side of the field. Which would open up that Artisan if Hale chose to try and get some more Munkidori onto the field. Now that we did flash Hale's hand, I didn't see it. It was like it's time for Enamorus. I think this is the first time any Enamorus... did anyone play Enamorus V? I'm sure someone had a little bit of time with Enamorus V. But no, this guy does... This guy does 200? Because we're setting up 180. I'm pretty sure it does 200. Oh yeah, we just moved the counters. Wow, big hit. That's actually a pretty big hit. I actually kind of respect the Enamorus, not going to lie. Are we... Ooh. Now, unfortunately, because Hale doesn't have any other Darkness Pokemon in play besides the Petron, he can't use Petron Subjugating Chain to move something else into the active, poison it, and then retreat back into the Absol, removing the poison. That would be... I mean, what's he got? 110 left. Wouldn't be terrible to do that. To just kind of say that I'm not going to keep ticking down with damage. But not available. I'll swapping into that Kangaskhan to draw cards. And then we're going to see an Arven here. I feel like this is not time to be turbo energizing. That meant that you got to actually respect this Enamorus. I mean, it's going to do some serious damage. 200 a turn just for having a Munkidori and a Latias in play, to be fair. That actually reads pretty well. I don't think I've ever seen this Enamorus before. Is it new? I really want to know about this Enamorus. Looks like we're going to be discarding a Mega Kangaskhan EX with that Earthen Vessel to get some more basic energy from the deck. Double Dark. Could we take a turn off here in Badoo? Take a turn off Badoo, concede a prize. Then your opponent can't counter catcher. Do we just play that passively into this match? I don't know that we do. Looks like we're going to be loading up the Pecharunt as well. Getting rid of that Irritated Outburst. Maybe we do then. Maybe we do give up the Do. Giving up the Do. Oh, Bravery Charm on the Do as well. That is going to protect that Badoo from a potential Adrenaline Brain. No, looks like we're just going to get super aggressive. Is that the right amount of counters? I feel like there should be another 6. I don't know that there's any particular standout card here. Just the Night Stretcher. I feel like it needs to be... I can't see what that card is under the Artisan. But I feel like it needs to be the Night Stretcher. Yeah, I think Hell's in the... having a similar predicament to myself. Bravery Charm. 612. Yeah, that should be... Yeah. Okay, they got there. That's correct. A lot of dice these days. A lot more dice than back in my day. It's a big Pokemon, 330 HP. The Enamorus goes down. Did do a big chunk of damage. Now, interestingly, this 3 prize Pokemon trade currently is not actually worth it. If a Barn is able to pull off some crazy Iono into Rare Candy, Guardy into Fez 3. I mean, well, yeah. You gotta... Okay. There is double Rare Candy available. He plays 3 Rare Candy. That's a lot of candy. So going back, thinking about this prizes. So definitely, because it's not Jelly Guardy. I mean, even if they're not being a Jelly Guardy, maybe one Frillish would have been still pretty good. Going for the Mew here. That's a pretty good Pokemon to attack with. We did see that. Oh my god, now I can't name the players. We did see in, I think, at the beginning of day 2, this exact matchup, the Mew was able to essentially. Oh my god, he actually just hit it off the Iono. Iono Rare Candy Guardy. Yeah, okay, so this is actually now just becoming a pretty bad position for Hale to be in. Maybe I would have. I was going to say I would have liked to see the attached Mega Kangaskhan, but do I actually want to see that? Then you're just trying to flip to win. Yeah, so what happened was the person playing Gardevoir, and I cannot remember them, I believe they made top 8. Oh, they actually... A Barn Fez before he Iono'd. And he Fezzed into Rare Candy Guardy. Jesus, cut his deck. What's going on? Penny. Alright, so the Mega Absol needs to go down this turn, or else that Penny's going to be huge. Hugely annoying. Yeah, so the Guardy player was able to Adrenaline Brain to knock out the Mega Absol EX, and then pull the Counter Catcher from the prize card to pull up the Mega Kangaskhan, use the Mew EX to copy the Mega Kangaskhan's attack, and flips 2 heads, and just wins the game. 6 prize turn. Insane. Here comes the Screamtail. I think Screamtail's probably a better attacker here. You can use Screamtail and knock out the Mega Absol EX, leave a 1 prize in the active instead of a squishy 2 prizer. And all of a sudden, this is starting to look like a pretty terrible matchup for Hale. Just trying to get through these single prizes with your big 3 prize dudes doesn't seem to be as effective as we would have liked it to be. But a Barn is potentially about to go down to the magic 3 prizes, which does activate the Irritated Outburst from the what is that guy called? Pecharunt? Yeah, Pecharunt onto the Guardy, and also does open himself up for a Counter Catcher. I don't know if Hale plays. I don't know the lists, unfortunately, but if Counter Catcher is available for Hale, then he could potentially be seeing a Counter Catcher knockout on the Guardy with the Pecharunt this turn. What are we trying to calculate here? Yeah, so if you put 1, he's putting 1 on. This is smart. So he's putting 1. Is that right? You put 1 on? Yeah, 1 on there, do 80 with the Screamtail, knock out with the Poison, don't activate potential Fezandipity. Pretty good. And yeah, it does get knocked out from between turns Poison during checkup. So that is going to be 3 prizes for Aban. He's halfway to winning the game with 1 single knockout. I didn't see what the draw was from Hale, but I don't think the hand was doing much. Does need to be able to gust up. I mean, I'm all locked in on gusting up this Gardevoir, but I just don't think that's even available, right? He has like a penny. Yeah, this is looking dire for Hale. I've got to be honest. Pretty dire. I do wonder if the... Oh, okay, so Arven. Do we have Counter Catcher? That's actually pretty good. So you counter catch. Yeah, it looks like it's coming up on the screen. So I would assume that it is available in the deck. Counter catching out the Gardevoir does lock the 2 energy onto the Scream Tail. No way to get any more damage counts or energy onto the Scream Tail. Scream Tail is stuck, only doing 80 damage. Can knock out the Badoo with it. Oh, and the counter. I forgot about counter gain actually. I forgot he plays counter gain. This is where... Wait, there's a counter game. If he knocks out the Guardy, the counter game doesn't really do anything. Unless he knocks out the Pecharunt, in which case the counter game activates the Kangaskhan. This is... I don't know about that counter game. That feels like an early counter game attachment to me. But there it is. Irritated Outburst. Does do 180 damage base. Gardevoir is weak to darkness. That's 360. 2 prizes. Hale just needs to knock out 1 more 2 prize Pokemon to win this game. And it's going to be the promotion of the Scream Tail. Not the Mew? Or do we just want to get the energy off of the Scream Tail? For me, I feel like this is Mind Bend City. There is the Ralts going down off of the Artisan. Gonna need to preserve that Ralts now. I actually don't hate Aban knocking out the Badoo and just setting up to be able to knock out either the Pecharunt or the Latias to win the game. Because actually retreating into the Badoo here was... No, maybe that's not actually a great play to retreat to the Badoo. That does mean that Aban will not be able to get Gardevoir next turn if Hale does retreat into the Badoo, because he won't be able to Rare Candy, but it does put another 10 damage on that Scream Tail, putting up to 100 damage, which actually still doesn't knock anything out. That's kind of that's like a strangely annoying play to be able to make, to just Itchy Pollen this turn. Counter Catcher. Yeah, I mean, he does have free retreat with that Latias, so this would need to stick. There's no clutching or cornering available for Aban. We have already attached return, so that TM Turbo Energizer is wasted now. I'm just interested to see what Aban chooses to do with this board at this point. Oh, and he is going to... Yeah, I think that is the right play. Just knocking out that Badoo. I don't love the the Counter Catcher there. That seems like a waste of a Counter Catcher. But I suppose he is getting the knockout. Now, what's our ideal... what's the ideal situation here for Hale? Well, the ideal situation, of course, is to just take out probably the Mew. I mean, he's doing 240 base now with that Irritated Outburst, so we can take out the Mew and the Fez. But does require Boss's orders, not the Counter Catcher. I mean, if it's available, it's this game. So I'm just running off the idea that that is not available. And unfortunately, can't actually free retreat into the Kangaskhan, draw, and then use Subjugated Chains on the Petra because Petra cannot subjugate changes itself. So kind of limited with what he can do. May just actually have to take a turn off here and draw with the Kangaskhan. Aban just trying to ruin as much of his deck as possible by flicking it aggressively. So far as well, Aban has set up double Monkey Door. I don't know that he's barely Adrenabrained. The Mist Energy is pretty big here. Mist Energy will prevent Mind Bending further down the line. One potential strategy for Hale is to just be tanky with this 300 HP Pokemon. But it doesn't look like you can do a lot. Not really able to see what's going on in hand. Oh, we're going to see something. There we go. Night Stretcher. Night Stretcher Badoo? The problem is the lack of Bravery Charm now, though, because there's 3 damage counters on that benched Monkey Dory, which could just give it another free prize. And then if he has Rare Candy into Guardy, then he just loses to the Screamtail. Oh, no, he can't Rare Candy, can he? Oh, he does have Rare Candy Guardy, but he can't do it. That's... okay. Interesting. Problem is now, I think Hale is forced... what is he checking? Oh, yeah. Hale is forced now to Penny next turn, I think. Because he can't just continue to... oh, nice. Okay, so Aban has protected himself from the Irritated Outburst knockout. For now. But it doesn't mean that he can't knock out this Badoo. The Badoo's just stuck. I think the best thing for Aban is to just evolve into Killian Pass. Oh no, he's actually going to punch the Monkey Dory for 100. Okay, well that does mean that game is on board next turn. So he does... oh, he does have Penny. Not a lot else. The hand is bad. So it has to be said that is a bad hand. Going to try and conjure up a play with the... as all great players do, we just conjure up good plays with our thin air using our fingers. I mean, obviously, cannot... does he even have energy? 1, 2... oh my god, no energy. Oh no. Oh wait, he's got Night Stretcher. So, Night Stretcher basic energy onto the Kangaskhan, Penny up the Monkey Dory. Swing? Is that all you can do? I feel like that's all you can do. I'm going to see that Penny. What are we doing now? Iron up the Night Stretcher, I think. Mate, you gotta start slapping. I mean, this turn. I mean, this deck is about slapping. You need to start slapping and rapid fire comboing, baby. Time to slap. It's time to slap. Aban is going to struggle to get around the Kangaskhan, but that would be down on 1 prize to 2, which does open Aban up for the counter catcher. And we do know he has Mew in hand, so he could... oh! If he has counter catcher and he hits into the Screamtail, then he does get counter catcher on the Petra run and then Irritated Outburst for game. Maybe you do just pass. Oh, he has passed. Yep, and there it is. Rare Candy Gardevoir. I needed that. Thank you very much. Thanks for playing. Does it just have game? Double Monkey Dory, and then, yeah, he does have game. Okay, okay. It looks like there was no real good... I said there was no real good way out. So we actually saw the discard of the Night Stretcher earlier on from Hale. So maybe knocking out the Screamtail was the correct play. I don't know what's in his hand. If he had the counter catcher with the Mew in hand, that sucks. I mean, that's just a lose-lose situation. That's a terrible situation for Hale to be in. He's not going to feel too good about But hey, let's run it back. Let's roll on for game 2. I'm sure Hale's going to choose second. It just seemed like that game didn't really go anywhere for Hale for most of the game. I don't know that the Budew did a lot for him. I don't think this is an ideal situation to be Bedewing. Now, we do see here in the replay that Mega Absol was poisoned as well. Had a couple of opportunities to use that Claw of Darkness, but the Enamorus did put a lot of work in to get the rare Candy Gardevoir. That was such a sack, man. Like, you just fezzed into it before you iron it. That is just not the way. That is not the way. But it did end up working out in the end. Go for the Irritated Outburst with that Pecharunt. Taking the KO on the Guardy. Good prize mapping, but just couldn't get anything else. And then did some crazy nonsense there with the double Munkidori. Pop off. God's sake. Alright, game 2. Haven't seen the prizes yet. Gonna be interested to see what they are. Mega Kangaskhan open into Munkidori for Aban Ahmed. Aban going straight in with the Earthen Vessel, discarding a Psychic Energy. That's definitely what you expect from a Gardevoir. It was interesting game 1 that Aban chose to save the Psychic Energy in hand. Here we see the prize cards. That TM Turbo Energize is in the prizes. 2 Ultra Ball. One basic Psychic. And a couple of supporters. I wouldn't say it's anything too crazy. Not being able to find those Ultra Balls might be quite annoying as we progress through the game. Yep, all my Goobers are here. Okay. Oh yeah, he did prize a Guardy last game, didn't he? Did actually prize a Gardevoir. We do remember also that Secret Box was actually discarded last game with from the attack of that Mega Absol EX. Come on, bro. It's 2 energy. Oh, we're going into the Ultra Ball. Cool. Straight into the discard pile. This is some classic Gardevoir action here. Getting the... This is not the first time we've seen him do this, I don't think. Going for the aggressive Fez and Skipper. I suppose Fez is protected somewhat. It's got more than 200 HP. It's 210, so isn't going to take a one-hit knockout from the Absol. Does require a coin flip from the Mega Kangaskhan. I don't think Mega Kangaskhan is really meant to attack that much in general in this deck, so is an interesting strategy to just go aggressive with that. Oh, he just opened Precious Trolley. Of course he did. This seems to be the new way. This is the deck. You just always open Precious Trolley. No problem. No biggie. And it's going to start with the Earthen Vessel just to see what's actually in the deck. I don't think we've seen the prize cards yet from Hale. Would like to see those. I might just missed it while I was coughing, actually. Don't forget to prize check. Don't forget to write it down. Here we go. So we're missing a Penny Postals. Latias EX. Now, how many Latias do we play in this deck? I feel like prizing Latias must feel horrendous. So I wouldn't be surprised to see 2 Latias in the deck. But I suppose we're going to find out pretty quickly when we get the Precious Trolley. I mean, I can't see where Hale does not Precious Trolley here. Missing an Arven, missing a Penny. I don't know how many TM Turbo Energizers are available, and if they're in hand. It doesn't look like we're getting... We're not trolleying? I feel like he needs a trolley here. There's no point shuffling. Let's see it, big pink. Here it comes. There he is. Precious Trolley, of course. Fill your bench. Fill your boots. Pretty much all that card needs to say. Fill your boots. Got to see at least one Mega Absol hit the board. I think we only saw We only saw one in the last game. I wonder if one is good enough. Maybe lacking that Latias that we're going to see in its place, kind of replacing it, the Petrarch plus Yveltal combo. Now, Yveltal with the corner attack. Is it even called corner? Or is it called clutch? Corner or clutch, one of the two. Same text. Exactly the same move as that Maractus, of course, for 1 energy. Yeah, it looks like it's here then. Oh, we're only getting 4 Pokemon. Double Ab, 1 Petrarch, 1 Yveltal. I'm just thinking now about this deck. It feels like that Petrarch is such a liability. I mean, only 190 HP. It's kind of bunk. It's kind of bunk. I always felt like when I've played Petrarch, it always felt kind of bad to have to put it into play because it has 190 HP. And oh, it looks like we're going Badoo again. Is Badoo what you do? I don't feel like Badoo really worked so well for Hale last game. But I mean, what do I know? This is top 4. This is top 4, so I'm sure this is not the first Guardy that Hale's actually played against in this competition. Must know this to be the strategy that he wants to play into. Does again prevent that rare candy Gardevoir, which is always a threat, always a possibility, especially with the secret box to find all the bits. Well, some of the bits really, not all the bits. There are definitely bits because there's not going to be any rare candy this turn. The Ralts has evolved into Kirlia, and it is an Iron Bundle. Interesting to see the Gardevoir decks constantly being recooked, remodeled. Second Ralts does hit the board from this Artisan. I don't think we actually saw a double Ralts board in that. Well, maybe we saw one. No, I don't think we did. I think we only ever saw a board where a Kirlia got knocked out and then another Ralts got pinned to play the next turn. So this is the first time that a Barn is able to really kind of secure Gardevoir eventually, one way or another. Is that just going to be the pass? That's a big turn there. Lilies, Artisan, pass. Second energy does go down on that Mega Absol EX. Going to be playing it slow as well for Hale. There was no TM Turbo Energized last turn, so he's going to be a turn behind in the swinging. Maybe you just don't swing that quickly. Maybe you're not meant to swing that quickly. I don't know. And it's just going to be an Itchy Pollen. Another Lilies for a Barn here. Just going to keep looking for 8. Just give me something. Give me something, please. Something I can play with. Probably going to be looking for that Gardevoir now. We do have 3 in the discard. Quite a potential for an aggressive turn here. Hit the Gardevoir. Did we hit it? No Guardy. No Guardy definitely feels bad. Maybe we weren't digging for the Gardevoir. I feel like if you're really digging hard for Gardevoir, then this turn you would have maybe gone for the Artisan first to thin the deck by 1 extra card to sort of increase your chances of finding the Gardevoir. This might just be a TM Turbo Energized turn. In fact, yeah. We're going to TM Turbo Energize that pesky. Oh, but the Namorous actually doesn't do much of anything. Love Renaissance is... Oh, Resonance. Excuse me. Love Renaissance. Resonance? I've said it too much now. It sounds weird. The second attack of the Enamorous requires your opponent to have a Psychic Pokemon in play. So, Hale does not have any Psychic Pokemon in play, meaning that the attack is only going to do 80. And is that just a Badoo back? Just Badoo. Just keep on doing. There's got to be better cards to play than this Enamorous, isn't there? I mean, surely there's better Goobers out there. But looks like right now, right, a little bit of a back and forth stalemate. I don't know if a Barn really wants to lose a Monkey. Well, I suppose for the board, are we actually going to see first blood here from the Monkey Dory? It looks like an Iono. Going to be INOing a hand from Hale, which hasn't done a lot. And still no Guardy. Guardy is asleep on the job. There's 2 in there. They're not prized. And Hale does get some useful stuff. Now, can't really drop that Monkey Dory. Even if the attack's not happening. Holy. Really just happy as a Barn to just sit back, let Hale do more. I suppose you could say that Hale is building up damage on a Barn's board for the Monkey Dory, and is just still not going to swing. I think now's the time. We're just waiting for the boss. Lilies. And if you have boss, you boss up Kirlia, and then you swing and you throw away their rare candy, I suppose. But that's not available. I wonder what... We do see an E switch. We have found the boss's orders. We're just going to itch. Oh, Rare Candy Gardevoir is now in hand. So actually, boss on the Kirlia, Claw of Darkness, discard the Rare Candy out of hand. It's not a terrible play. If it comes up next turn, it's not terrible. Oh my god, if you collect, I will actually just lose it. I will legit lose it. Oh no, of course, because you can just evolve the Kirlia now into the Gardevoir. Yeah, that's kind of bunk. Someone eventually has to start swinging in some way. Now, if you kill the Badoo, if you knock out the Badoo, you do open yourself up to a counter catch and knockout on the Gardevoir EX. You probably don't want that, because then they also look at your hand and with Claw of Darkness, discard your rare candy. Then you're going to struggle to get another another Gardevoir into play. But then you do activate the Fez. But what are you going to Fez into if you don't have the Gardevoir into play? I mean, this is... I'm sort of thinking back, just trying to work out actually how Aban won game 1, because it really just felt like he was doing less than he's doing in this game, but somehow in this game he feels like he's further behind compared to Hale. So yeah, really interesting. I do wonder if it was just from that 200 available from the Enamorous. Okay, big screamer. Yeah, Screamtail for sure is pretty scary here for Hale. A lot of energy in the discard for a Barn. He's going to be able to do 160 without the use of a tool card. That tool card would have to be Bravery Charm. So, what are we seeing here? 160. I think we just put damage counters into play. Wait, what? How did you... Oh, the Monkey Dory as well. I didn't see the Monkey Dory. Cool, so plus Monkey Dory damage, 2 prizes taken for a Barn here. I think we just boss up that Gardevoir, right? Do we just boss up that Gardevoir and knock it out? I feel like that's the only real play. I do feel like this deck, this Absol deck, kind of lacks certain intricacies that things like Gardevoir does possess. Of course, Gardevoir probably one of the most intricate decks in the format currently, with what you can do with it, all the different options, all the variations of how to play the game. This deck just seems to be a little bit more one-dimensional. Oh, he can Badoo knock. He can Badoo knock out the Screamtail, but I don't even think that's very good. That's pretty weak, actually. Badoo knock out the Screamtail is very weak. I think we're going to have to see a little bit more from Hale here. Do you know, we could see some clutch shenanigans, actually. We know Barn does have Turo. I'm pretty sure I did see it in his hand in the last game. Forcing a Turo here might be pretty cool. Because if you if you pull up, say, the Fez, and then you clutch it, and then he has the Turo. Okay. So this now starts to get very dangerous, looking at that Enamorus with the Love Resonance. That's it, that's the one, Resonance. Yeah, Enamorus is dangerous for sure. Putting Munkidori in play when you don't have any damage counts on board feels kind of bad. I mean, you gotta kill the Guardy, haven't you? Or you've already attached return, so you can't clutch. Looks like we're just gonna have to knock out that Gardevoir. Wait, hold on. Does Avan have enough Psychic and Discard to actually move the Gardevoir if he does get pollened? E-switch. Oh, we're gonna clutch the Guardy. Clutch Guardy for 40. Let's say but then he can just. He's only got 1 energy. Can't retreat. So I tried to set up I tried to set up a similar play before, playing into a Guardy using Grimmsnarl. I did not do it successfully. This could be pretty interesting though. Does need there's a lot of energy stuck on that Screamtail, and there's actually think about it, there is 3 also on that Enamorus. There's like what 7 in play, 1 in the bin. Does he even play more than 8 Psychic to begin with? 3 to 4 Dark, maybe 11 or 12 energy in the deck. I think that this could be. Oh, he just uses the Adrenal Braid to knock out the Badoo. Don't leave any damage cards on the board for Hail to work with. Gets the runt with the Night Stretcher. Trouble is, if a Barn gets... Well... Say, if a Barn finds Turo, this is actually super bad. Oh, it's gonna... So this is quite a fun combination you can do with the Yveltal and the Petrarunt. Use the Petrarunt for subjugating chains to move the Yveltal into the active, poisoning it, and that feeds your Munkidori. Got Countercatcher plus Bravery Charm here. Oh, Bravery Charm onto the Petrarunt is pretty good. Definitely an interesting turn of events, just like forcing the game to be moving an awful lot slower here for a Barn, slowing this game down. See if Hail can do much more with this Yveltal poison setup. He's going to have the ability potentially, eventually, to knock out the Screamtail. I would definitely say it's not worth doing it now, because that will put energy in discard pile, allow a Barn to attach to Gardevoir, and then just knock out the Yveltal. So it's just going to be a passive turn. There's 2 more counters now. 2 counters now from the poison onto that Yveltal. Now he's lacking energy. Hail needs to find the darkness energy. If he doesn't find the darkness energy, he's not going to... Oh my god, he found Mist. Never lucky. You can... I mean, you can penny the Mega Absol to get the energy. I don't think it's worth doing that. Okay, let's do it anyway. Okay. Now there's 1 Munkidori to 1 Munkidori. Why didn't we use the Munkidori? I feel like if you always just move 2, then you can never catch up with only 1 Munkidori. Like, because you're always putting 40 on, and you got 3 to work with. That's interesting from a Barn. What's he checking? Wonder if he's checking. Does he play that item that lets you return the top of your psychic Pokemon to the hand. Whatever it's called, like the psychic glass. Secret Box is going to be able to confirm the Turo if he wants it. Oh my god, you can actually get Turo and Rare Candy here. That would be kind of sick. And then you're into the Enamorus. The Enamorus can knock out the Yveltal. Is the Turo in the... Yes, it is. The Turo is in the deck, so we are definitely in a squeaky bum situation for Hale. Once again. Is that Earthen Vessel? Alrighty then. Just those two. That's an expensive secret box. Just the two. Looks like we are going to be seeing the Turo here. Oh, do you have a Turo the Screamtail? No. Turo the Enamorus. Put the 3 back into the discard pile. Use the Guardy to attack. No, we do. Interesting. Oh yeah, so Hale hasn't actually drawn a prize card yet. This looks like a terrible matchup. This doesn't look good at all, and I don't know the differences between Hale's deck and Tor's deck, but this version definitely seems to have some issues into Guardy. Which is interesting why you would bring that. If that is true, why you would bring that to the field, because Gardevoir was the deck to beat for Milwaukee. It's like we are getting just the lone darkness energy off of the Earthen Vessel here. And it's going to be swinging with that Gardevoir. Remember, the Gardevoir is, in fact, unable to retreat because of Clutch. Man, this is looking all kinds of sucky for Hale at this point. I'm not super happy with how this is developing for him. This feels like it's just getting worse and worse as the game progresses. It's an interesting line going for the Yveltal Clutch, and we did talk about it a little bit before it happened, but he hasn't actually drawn a prize yet because Gardevoir does what Gardevoir does and draws loads of good stuff. Have to wait and see here what Hale was able to do with a very weak board. Get another Yveltal, makes sense. What are we going to lock this time, guys? Probably the Petch. Let's lock up that Petch. Drawing off of the Kangaskhan. Did you need to poison? Oh, you chose to poison. Okay. It's going to be boss on that Petra, on that Pheasantippi, excuse me. It's a lot of these, I don't, what do you call these Pokemon? The 3 idiots. Some 3 idiot action going on with the Monkeydories, the Pheasantskippity, the Runt. Distinct lack of Okidogis. And that is second Monkeydory hitting the board for Aban. That's pretty scary. Aban's going to be way more in control now of the damage counters building up from the poison, plus the damage counters already on board. And there's an Ino. Ino's an interesting one. I don't know what else Aban had in his hand, but just seeing 2, it's going to feel bad. Hale is going to get the full 6. Those are all terrible 6 cards, so he needs to establish a second. Oh my! He does need to establish a second Monkeydory. Well, does he now? He can actually penny his Monkeydory. if he wants to. He could penny the Monkey Dory, draw the Kangaskhan, play the Yveltal back down, attach to the Yveltal, subjugate and change back into the active, clutch. But the double Monkey Dory for a barn does mean that that's not really going to do a lot, because he's going to be able to just move 3 and 3. And that will put Hale back where he started. So, pretty bad, actually. Bad maths going on. Okay, hear me out. What if he hit Adrenal Brains the Monkey Dory, pennies the Monkey Dory, Adrenal Brains again? He can actually... No, don't do that. It doesn't work. The math does not work. I suppose picking up all the counters does... No, picking up all the counters actually does nothing. I think you have to go now. Now it needs to be going into the Mega Absol. I think you have to go into the Mega Absol now. That's the only thing for me that makes sense. Getting the runt ready to go. Go into the Mega Absol. Oh, that Enamorus with the Monkey Dory can just knock out... Jesus. Countercatcher. We are going to lock the board out for a barn as far as Guardies go. Yep, it looks like Subjugating Chains. And goodbye, Ino. Yeah, for sure. Ino goes down. First 2 prizes for Hale. Has a mountain to climb. He's about to hit this goddamn Enamorus. This Enamorus is crazy. And he's given him the Fez. Is there ever a world there where you do just knock out the Fez? Knock out the Fez, get rid of the Ino. What does he have on board? He's got Guard EX. He's got energy. I think maybe that would have been the play that I would have liked to see. Because the three cards worth of Fez is pretty big when you have 1 card in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Psychic Energy in discard. Holy smokes. Oh! Leaving the Gardevoir in play would have actually lost the game, I think, because would have been able to use the Gardevoir to power up some damage in play, move it onto the Absol, then attach to the Mew, and use Absol's first attack against itself, terminal period, to just take a 3-prize knockout. So, don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. 200 damage from that Enamorus. That's crazy. Crazy damage. This is looking pretty bad again for Hale. Can't really leave this Pokemon in the active. Well, if you knock this out, there's no guarantees that a barn actually has anything to win the game with. Because there's no Gardevoir in play to power up the Mew. He'll be living off the top deck. I don't know how many rare candies he's been through. I know he plays 3. Is that 3 going to be enough? So we're just going to be taking the damage counts off the board here. Doesn't actually need to move the counts to claim a knockout, but is going to do it anyway. Are we just going to keep hitting with terminal period and saying, yep, you can't knock me out. I'm just going to keep getting rid of your cards and just, you can't knock me out. Is that the play here? Would you get 1 Darkness Energy? I don't like it though. I don't like. This is a sketchy situation to be in for sure for Hale. Although saying that, like, I mean, a barn does have the double Dory in play, which is obviously fantastic. Bravery Charm goes on the Absol. Oh yeah, get rid of that rare candy right now. Wow. Okay, so that's pretty big. That's another rare candy down. That's 1, Is that it? One? You gotta be joking me. He's only used one rare candy. There's 2 rare candies available. It's gonna be Fezzing. Night Stretch. Super Rod. Night Stretcher, Jesus. Okay, it's gonna be Super Rodding here to start the turn. Just 1 Darkness Energy back into the deck. I've got to wonder what we're playing for here. As we know, Red Candy Gardevoir does win the game. Are we going to see Red Candy Gardevoir? Oh, okay, we actually... Oh! 2... No! No Red Candy! No Red Candy! That's so bad. This 1 Mega Absol EX is just like, bruh, I'm not going anywhere, son. I mean, we could Night Stretch of Kirlia this turn. You're still at risk of Counter Catcher, though. Okay, extra damage on the Absol. So next turn, guaranteed... Whoa, loading up that Fez. Next turn is the guarantee off of the... onto the Gardevoir EX. Pass for turn. Hits Blood Moon Ursaluna. I mean, yikes. Oh, he has Boss in hand, though. I think you just got to chase down this Ralts. This Kirlia. Damage goes on the Kirlia. I think that's pretty telegraphing that he is going to chase down the Kirlia here. And then Aban would have very little in play to work with. Mist Energy, again, is on that Absol, so there's not going to be any kind of confusion shenanigans. Powering up the Blood Moon Ursaluna. You'll love to see it. That Latias as well for Hale has been hanging out in the prizes. There it is. There's the boss and the Kirlia. Is this a time now to start to think about game 3? 12 minutes on the clock. Wow, what a quick turnaround. I guess you get rid of the Ralts. Or yeah, it's going to be Ralts or Bravery Charm. I mean, getting rid of Ralts, we're sort of in that point of the game now where are we ever going to see a Ralts or a Gardevoir hit the board? But just guaranteeing that your opponent is not going to be able to get the Ralts. Yeah, it's probably for the best. I don't know about the energy on that Fez. I think maybe powering up that Mew to give you a 3 prize turn, 3 turns to power up could have been the only play. Arven off the top, still drawing off the Fez. There's a it's a Red Candy. Hey. I mean, you just got to assume that Hale does not have another boss this turn. That's like all you can do. Just promote a single prizer and just say, yep. I know. No, we are not going to be playing any more Raltses now. We don't want Ralts. We don't like that. How does he have 3? Oh, he drew a Mew. Okay, fine. Pass. Ooh, what's he got there? He's got Lilies. Where's it going? Looks like we are going to knock out that Monkey Dory. I respect it. Got to. Then it's just 1 prize remaining for Hale. Lilies. Crazy game. Crazy turnaround for the game. Get 6 off the Lilies. There's the KO. Count catcher. It's got to be. It's got to be. We hadn't even put the Ralts in play. Why are you even thinking about that Red Candy? Mega Absol still with 170 HP remaining. It's hanging on for dear life. I think a Barn should be scooping it. I don't see what the win con is. He's not drawing energy. It's all in the bin. He's not doing anything. He's just getting slapped by this Absol. Absol says slap it. Absol wins next turn on board. He beats everything next turn. I don't know what's in a Barn's hand. He's got like 2 cards to work with. So not a lot of resources. No Rolts in play. I mean, if you put the Rolts down last turn, then it would have been a far more difficult decision between the Rare Candy and the Counter Catcher. I think you still go with the Counter Catcher, but the Counter Catcher was the obvious play. Okay, he's got Rare Candy Gardevoir for next turn, but it's not going to get to next turn because everything on board, again, does get knocked out by that Mega Absol EX. Unless we go for Mime Bend, you can't because there's no means of Mime Bending this time. I'm not a Guardy player, but I just don't see the line here. I feel like this is time wasting for a Barn. You could just Monkey Dory it back though, bro. Okay, or you've got Boss. Okay, game 2 does go to Hail. There's like 10 minutes left on the board. I don't know what Barn was doing there because you could just Monkey Dory. I'm pretty sure there was a Monkey Dory in play for Hail, right? Yeah, you could just Monkey Dory the 3 straight back from the onto the Pheasantipede. Shaking his head. Yeah, I don't know why he played that out, bro. I think he should have just given up a little bit earlier, to be honest. But that's fine. Game 3. Now, on paper, this definitely favors Hail. I think Hail's far more aggressive deck. Should be in a position to take the prizes earlier than Gardevoir traditionally. However, that's not always how the Pokemon Trading Card game goes. Upsets happen, things happen. Mega Absol EX sometimes just happens. So I wouldn't be, I feel like this is probably going to become a first prize win situation. I should think Abana is going to choose second. Which definitely advantageous for him. He's not going to be Hail's not going to be able to do the turn 1 TM Turbo Energize. We'll have to do it for the second turn, or just manually power up an Absol, wait for the big boy till he's ready, and then just start schwanging. Miss Double Dark on the Absol. That's got to be the play here. Miss Double Dark on the Absol. Don't put any Monkey Dories in play so the opponent can't use Enamorus. And just swing, swing, swing. Game 3, buzzer up. Oh my god. And we've got a mid-off to start us off here. Aban has not played Lily's Clefairy EX down at all in this set. He opens with it. Of course, Hail did not want Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon EX either. It's just bad in this matchup. I mean, interestingly, currently Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon EX does win this game because Lily's Clefairy cannot hit it, but that's not going to be the case for very long. Let's see here. We've got a Mist Energy prize, which sucks. Rare Candy and a Rolts prize for a Barn as well. I think 3 energy and a Vessel prized for Hail. That's probably going to feel kind of bad. Energy is probably going to be far and few between here for Hail. We shall see. The Artisan does get the play there. I don't know if I even want to see Hail use it. I feel like we have to be very, very cautious as to when and how we put our Monkey Dories into play. Lest we feel the wrath of the Enamorus. Touch return Ino. But players picking up the pace here a bit more. A bit late now, guys. Oh, did he just 7? I thought it counted 7. If it was 7, then it'll get picked up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, it's 6. Wait. 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to go back. Oh, Jesus Christ. What has happened here? We're going back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It was 7. No. It was an Ino. You only get 6. Oh my gravy. Where are the judges? He's got 8 cards in his hand. He should only have 7. Oh, that is not how you're supposed to win. Oh, God. Yeah, he's got 8 cards. Okay, they found it. He's got 8 cards in hand. He should only have 7. Oh, how annoying. I mean, it's a bad enough start as it is. Now he's going to have a 2 prize penalty. That's a big shame. That's a big shame for Hale. Unfortunate that Aban didn't catch it as well. Obviously, not that it is his responsibility. It's not. That is a big shame. The 2 prize penalty there is going to be pretty big. I think they're going to have to shuffle one of the cards in Hale's hand and then put it back into the deck. Match paused for judge review. Yeah, I mean he's going to be feeling pretty bad in top 4 as well. But these things do happen all the time. Not too much to say about it, really. Yeah, I mean, we're watching back. They're obviously watching back through, but it's pretty clear that he has 7. It's unfortunate. It could have been really easily corrected if he's just not drawn for turn. It would have been like, look, like, you know, you got your 6, draw for turn 7, that's it. But he's now seen 1 extra card. So there's not really too much you can do about that. That's just like, I mean, that's pretty much definitely going to be a 2 prize penalty. He is top 4. 2 prize penalty is going to be really hard to come back from. It seems to be in this matchup anyway. It seems like this is a tough enough matchup. Aban's getting involved. I don't know what Aban's getting involved about. I can't read lips, unfortunately, so don't know what's going on there. Just gonna have a swig of water and just drown my sorrows. The dream is dying for Hale. Looks like Bram's trying to like not show Aban what he's saying into the mic or something. I'm pretty sure the mic's connected. I don't know. Both players do seem to be chatting about it. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't remember exactly what the game state was. Opening that Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon was never going to be a good situation for Hale, although it is protected with its Terror typing from Screamtail. So if it did just end up on the board, it's fine. He also does play a lot of pennies, so easily easily picked up. It is annoying to have to use your support for turn, but it does put him. But it would just open up that bench space, would allow him to use other attackers and reuse that energy and the bravery charm, which is pretty good. The Mega Absol, it does seem to be the big decider for this matchup. That Enamorus though, the Enamorus is doing a lot of work. Every time it gets to do the 200 damage, that's pretty powerful indeed. Now, I do wonder here now if the judges are trying to actually ascertain which card was the 8th set. Would have been the 8th card drawn. Technically, that was the card that should not be in hand. They try and preserve the game state as much as possible. I think that's what's going on now. I'm only speculating. I actually don't know. I don't have like anyone telling me in the ear what's going on, so I'm just guessing. But it's probably most likely almost definitely going to be a 2-prize penalty. There's not really much you can do about it. In the top 4, it's pretty annoying. I do feel for Hale here. That's pretty crushing. I think all you can do really is shuffle one card back into the deck. He gets a 2-prize penalty, and oh no, we have ascertained what the card is. I was going to go back on top, and it's not going to be shuffled. And it looks like it is the 2-prize penalty. Yeah, okay. I think play's nearly ready to be resumed. There's not long left on the clock either, so I believe if it comes down to a clock situation, I wonder if that means that Aban is head on prizes, because technically he hasn't drawn the prizes. He only has to take less prizes to win the game. It's a funny old interaction. It also means as well that we're never going to get to a situation where the Blood Moon Ursaluna is going to attack easily. It would take a lot of E-switches to get the thing going quickly and aggressively. So we're probably not going to be seeing much Blood Moon Ursaluna action at all. Not that Blood Moon Ursaluna is that good into Gardevoir, but it's always an option, isn't it? Options are options, and I feel like this deck. I did say it was quite linear before, but that is an option that it does have. What's happening now? Judge shuffle? What is going on? The 3 cards at the bottom? Oh, there was an Ino played? Wait, was there an Ino played? I have no idea what just happened there. That just doesn't make any sense to me. Clearly, I need to read the rule a bit more because I don't know what just happened there, but... Wow, yeah. Okay, Hale's on full of beans. He's like, right, well, I've got a lot of work to do here, so let's go. He's moving fast. Yeah, it is a 2-prize penalty. You can see that as per the top corner. The red... I don't know about that Bravery Charm. He could have Turbo Energized off this thing. Maybe that would have been better. Turbo Energized off of this guy. Ooh. Did he have Turbo Energizer even? Did he have it in hand? At least have the Energizer in hand. I don't think he did. Didn't find Mega Absol anyway, so maybe that didn't matter as much. But the more I think about that Bravery Charm on that Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon, the more I actually don't like it, because yeah, Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon is in a very good position to just soak up a hit from pretty much anything that Aban has on board. I don't think he has anything that can just one-shot it. So, well, I suppose Guardia EX plus some Munkidori's can one-shot it, but I don't think that's happening yet. We again see the rare candy, but no Ultra Ball for the Gardevoir EX. I mean, there is a world here where you do just set up the Mega Absol and you just swing in and you just win. It's going to be tough. Yeah, hell here. You can tell by choosing not to cut, things like that he does just want to move this game along a lot quicker. It is 1-1, but he is now essentially down 2 prizes, so can't blame him for wanting to move things along. Aban going to be happy to just slow things down, just give him the roll, say, yep, your go. Okay, we do have the TM Turbo Energize in hand. Could still be using the Arven. Probably going to be Arven for the Earthen Vessel. Wait, what do we get there? I didn't see it. Earthen Vessel, yeah. Now, I'll need to see a Mega Absol hit the board. Oh my god, do we not have the Mega... Are we going to draw the Mega Absol with the Kangaskhan? Hey. Rangers. It's going to have to be. Come on. Is that it? I feel like he would have played it. No, he did. He played it. Okay. Back in the game. Oh, what are you doing? Can you energize to yourself? I actually don't know. Going for the Kangaskhan play. Okay. When you're in a pickle, you flip coins. I see how it is. Yeah, Barn just confirming there. So, if you didn't catch that, he actually did subjugate change into the Yveltal. Yveltal gets the free retreat into the Absol. I don't fully understand why Hale wants to get aggro with the Kangaskhan instead of the Absol. I just would have thought the Absol. Is it just the potential for damage? Is there, if you just flip enough heads? I don't know. I mean, that's the decision that he's gone with. So he did not get 7 again. Did he want to? Imagine 7 again. Okay, here comes a secret box for Aban. I think Aban's going to be quite happy to just let the clock run down naturally here and end the game. But Hale is turn 1. So if Hale can knock out the Clefairy, or maybe, is that why he powered up the Kangaskhan? Because if he didn't do that, there's no way to win. Okay. If he powered up the Absol. Oh, well, the Guardian play now. I was going to say, if he powered up the Absol and there was nothing in play for the Absol to actually knock out, then he does just lose the game. So maybe that was like 4D play. But now he needs E-Switch Energy Boss. E-Switch Energy Boss. Gardevoir EX knockout. Let me see your hand. Let me discard. It's actually... Oh, no. Does this just... Wait, does 80... Oh, it's not... No, we need... Yeah, if he knocks out... Okay, yeah. So if he knocks out the Yveltal, then Aban just wins the game. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, there's a fist bump. So essentially, Aban will go down to 5 prizes remaining, but he has the 2 prize penalty. He's gonna wait for that fist. Okay. Anyway, voice of player name. What the hell is that? Anyway, yeah. So he goes down to 3 prizes required that Hale needs to reach, which he can't because he can only take 2 prizes a turn. Even if he knocked out the Gardevoir, it's not good enough. So that is going to be game here, and that's Aban Ahmed moving back into the finals. If you've watched it, you already know it. I haven't watched the finals yet. He's counting his deck. He is counting the deck. He does not want the repeat of Pittsburgh. He's going to count that. Make sure he's got his 60 before he goes anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. You count that deck. Thanks again, buddy. Hale's glad to be there. I feel bad for Hale. I feel like Hale could have won that game. The situation seemed pretty good. Here's a replay of game 1. Game 1 seemed to just go out of control quite quickly. The Monkey Dory establishment was very powerful. knocking out with the Screamtail as well. Just put Aban just seemed to create a board where there was nothing really worth KOing at any one point, and just losing the Absol. I feel like the Absol got lost maybe a little bit too early. Then we've got to rely on the Petroni X. Petroni X is a bit glass-jawed with that 190 HP, and there was the knockout Screamtail plus Munkidori on that Petrarump. Game 2 was very different though. We just slowed things down with the Budew for a little bit longer, got some Absols ready to go. I think one of them ended up getting pennied actually. And it was just Absol, Absol, Absol. Claw of Darkness did everything that it needed to do to win the game. And just keep denying the Guardy. Keep denying the Guardy. Get rid of the counter catcher there. And yeah, another boss. Why the hell not? Why the hell not? Game 3, very, very unfortunate situation. And yeah, getting that knockout on the Yveltal was enough to secure a bar in the game. And send him into another finals. Anyway, that's going to do it for me, everyone. Thank you very much for watching. That's it. I have nothing more to say. Yeah, if you like this video, please do give it a comment, subscribe, share it about, give me some feedback. How did I do? How is my commentary? Not great. It's fine. Hopefully it gets better. Anyway, see you again soon. Cheers.